Welcome to the Wild and Free with Anna Love podcast. I am your host, Anna Love. Wild and Free was born to inspire women to release old patterns that have kept them from living their best life. As a subconscious freedom specialist, I strive to reprogram and reframe generational trauma, not only in myself and the lives of my 3 daughters, but for those who are ready to transform anxiety, fear, and shame into authenticity, freedom, and love. Whether you are 20 years old or 70 years young, buckle up for raw and honest explorations in doing the work necessary so that you may shine your brightest light from your heart and onto the lives of others. Welcome to Wild and Free with Anna Love podcast. I have a special guest here, my friend Sara, and I will allow you to do the honors of just telling us who you are and what's amazing about you, if you're like what you do and who you serve and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. I'm so honored to be here. Let me just start there. First of all, I just want to say thank you for having me as a guest with you. It means the world to me. I know we're both in the business of serving people, and that's really what it's all about, and helping people literally feel good, look good, and do good. Like that's what I do. That's my passion, my heart, my soul is to just serve others because we need that. We need that nowadays more than ever.
We need to
And
support each other and lift each other up.
absolutely, like that's what it's about, right? And the idea of burnout and hustle culture and competition and all the things is just it doesn't serve anyone ever.
So what do you recommend? How do you lift people up? How do you do what's your unique talent that you give to women?
So it's funny you ask such a question because it's actually so I thought my talent was solo in the fact that I'm a makeup artist and have been for many years. And building confidence in women through my artistry was what I thought was my gift, right? And it is a gift and one that I'm super grateful for. And I love doing it. And it allows me to be super creative. And I get to help women really feel good. They get to see what I see, right?
Mhm.
But then as I've done a lot of work on myself and have learned my gifts go much deeper than that. I love to bring the beauty of what I actually see. The fact that I see the beauty in others, that's the gift. The artistry is one of the tools that I use. But now I've uncovered that there's a lot of tools in the toolbox that as I'm uncovering more and more, um, it's great because I get to learn from others like yourself and from, other people in our line of work and I get to just I get to empower, right? I get to show up every day and be positive.
So you're not only sharing with your beauty blenders and your makeup products and having women shine on the outside, but now you're saying that you're actually going internal and you've got a whole different toolbox, right? You've got a makeup toolbox and you've got an empowerment toolbox. And so give us one of your tools. What's like something that comes to mind real quick?
So mirror work.
Mm, that's a big one.
Hmm.
Hard one for
It's the
some.
one that got me.
For me.
It's the one that got me on the journey. It's the one that hooked me, hook, line, and sinker. So I remember there was a moment where I was in a therapy session and my therapist asked me to look in the mirror
Yeah, right
and
then and there.
right then and there and tell her 3 things that I loved about myself.
Mm-mm.
And I couldn't say one.
Nope. Did you start crying?
I did.
Mhm.
Like ugly cry, like yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
mascara down to the
Okay.
chin, looking like a hot mess.
Yeah.
And I literally it was a breakthrough moment for me, but
Mhm.
at the time felt like I was the smallest human to ever walk this planet.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, by smallest, do you mean like insignificant or
Invisible,
invisible? Invisible.
invisible. There was a reflection staring back at me that I didn't recognize.
Yep.
There was a moment where I realized she kept saying, "There's something in there that you love about yourself." And I couldn't come up with one single thing. And this was like 4 years ago.
Let me ask you a question. Were you able to make eye contact with yourself for for more than 1 second?
No,
Right.
nope, absolutely not.
Right?
And we don't even realize that when we're looking at our own reflection in the mirror,
No.
what's reflecting back at us is not even ours
Yeah.
most of the time because we're not even looking into our own eyes.
Yeah.
We're looking at every perceived flaw, everything somebody told us that was wrong with us, everything that, society, the inherited beliefs, all the things. That's what comes out, but we don't even know it's happening.
We can't even look at the thing of it that what you're saying is when we do that mirror work, if we are not able to find ourselves, we're looking at all these versions of what we have molded ourselves into being for other people's approval. And that's why we can't maintain eye contact because our true self knows it's not connecting with our
It's
true self.
right. It's not us. That's what exactly
Us.
right. It's not our authentic, aligned, highest version of ourselves, the one that was meant to do great things. It doesn't see that, so it shies away from it. It's a survival instinct.
Yeah. It's hiding.
It's hiding. It's fight. It's flight.
We're
It literally is a survival instinct
we're running from ourselves.
from ourselves
Yeah.
because ourselves. It's not our true mirror.
So how did you progress? Did you have to do it several times? Like, did you
Oh,
ever?
I do it every day.
Yeah.
I do it every now. I since that day, it took me a long time. I don't want to say a long time. It took me the time it needed me to take,
Yeah.
right?
But
Took
it
the
was
time it needed for me to catch my glimpse for more than 5 seconds,
yeah,
And then it was minute by minute at one point.
right.
Then I was like, okay, I passed myself a couple times a day in the mirror and I wouldn't cringe.
Oh, that hinge.
And
Oh,
anyone who sees me on the outside,
mhm.
because of the makeup, because of the way I like to present myself. And that is authentically me, by the way. That is me wholeheartedly. But it was acting as armor
Of course. Of
and it
course.
was acting as a mask.
You mean the makeup and
The
the
makeup and yeah,
yeah.
because I didn't want anyone to ever see that there were things and parts of me that were were not whole.
Isn't that interesting how we self-protect, but really it's actually a self-attack,
That's powerful. Yes.
right?
Oof,
Think
yes.
we think we're protecting ourselves by creating this armor, as you say, and it's attacking, it's telling our it sends a message that we're not good, sends a message from us to us that we're not good enough, and
Yep.
we do it.
We do it to ourselves and we don't. And until it becomes in our awareness, we all like you go through life and it there was a moment where I remember I looked in the mirror for the first time and I thought, hi. Like it was it was
For
like
for our listeners who may be judging about their age, when was it that how old were you when you finally got to a place where you were like, "Hi there. Nice to meet you."
so I'm 44 right now
Mhm.
and it was at 43.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Maybe that's why we jive so well because I was I'm not going to call it a late bloomer because like you said it happens when it's supposed to happen, but it was for me around 42 or 43 somewhere around there. Maybe even later when I did the eye work, the mirror work, the gazing work. And I remember I went through a very similar response to myself where I looked at myself and I saw hatred coming out at this reflection and I just started crying and I was like wow I fucking hate myself and I couldn't and I had told myself all my life like that I have self-love and then I saw right then and there no I don't, and that's the day that I realized oh, I really don't have self-love. Like, this is okay, okay, and now what? So now I get to go up. But that was a huge realization that I had never looked at or noticed or acknowledged before. Yeah.
It's
Oof,
powerful. It is
thank you for that.
powerful. And
That's
that's what led me to do the work that we're doing, right? So that's what's brought me to Mirror in Mind is because I connect the beauty part of the industry that I love so much, where I have people in my chair daily who
mhm.
the first thing they do when they look in the mirror is they point out to me every flaw on their face.
Cover me up. How can you cover me?
I just had actually this past Saturday, I was in a makeup event and the one of the women that came in, lovely, came, sat down in my chair, and she was like, I need full coverage. And I
Mm.
said, full coverage? What? For what?
Like the highest level.
I was like, for what do you need full coverage for? I was like, you're absolutely stunning. She's like, oh, well, I have acne. I said, okay, we
Yeah,
can cover that
yeah.
if that's, what we need to do. But putting on a full mask of makeup because you think that what you see is the reflection in the mirror
Mhm.
is not actually what it is.
Right, right.
So I sat with her and I said, well, she sat and I stood with my makeup brushes but I held space for her.
Mhm.
And when I say I sat with her, I held space for her to understand in those moments that guess what? You are beautiful just as you are. And now we're going to just enhance that and just turn it up a notch, you know?
Did was she able to receive you or no when you said that?
She, she was actually. When you think about it this way, it's funny. Makeup artists, it's a funny thing. There's very few people that ever touch your face. Your loved ones, your
Sure.
doctor, your dentist, your esthetician, perhaps, if you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
But your makeup artist it's a very intimate
Yeah,
experience.
yeah. Intimate.
Okay, and they're pointing out all of the flaws on your face. And so there's a level of trust
Mhm.
that happens in the
Yeah.
right environment with the right person where they open themselves up. And I also think that that's part of our gift.
I'm
Like you
feeling
and I talking right now, it's
yeah.
part of what we do.
I'm feeling vulnerability needing to be acknowledged too, right? When you said trust, I also felt like, because I know I've sat in a makeup chair and it is vulnerable. Like you don't know, you may not even know this person. Like you may have just sat in their chair for the very first time, and here you are, like naked, really.
Literally. And if you come in with a full face and now you're in a makeup department, like think about this, you're in the middle of Sephora or you're in the middle of like a makeup department
Oh,
and it's very intimidating.
yeah.
You walk into the cosmetic department and people are dressed in black and they're put together and it's like, I don't look like that. So
Authentic.
I don't know how to do that. So what I love is to drop the that feeling of intimidation
Mhm.
because to me, it's color, it's art, it's makeup, it's enhancing your natural beauty. We've come from over the trends of the beauty industry over the years. You see all sorts of things, and there is a time and a place for all of it. And I love playing with all of it. But when it comes to my aesthetic for what I do for others, it's literally about looking at them, looking at their face, looking at their face shape, seeing them into their own eyes, and then creating something that allows them to take the mirror. My favorite thing in the whole wide world is when I give them the mirror and they pull back and the
Mhm.
body language, just their shoulders go back a little bit, their chin goes up a little bit, and they look in the mirror and it's magic.
Love that. I love that. What about what do you have to your input on the way that you show up and you present yourself and you how do I want to say this? You're the leader of the two people, if you will. If there's a someone who has the power, right? They're sitting in a chair, they're naked, they're vulnerable, they're trusting. And you've got all these like powerful tools. You've got your makeup tools and you've got your interpersonal tools. And but for them to feel comfortable sort of like getting down into themselves and settling in and really like maybe looking at themselves without that makeup or accepting themselves, there needs to be almost like you have to lead that. You have to create an open space for that, just in your energy, right? So, do you find that that's something that you do naturally? Does it just, yeah, it's
I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. Yeah, it is, and I never knew it either, by the way. This is all new to me.
all new.
Oh, it's brand new. Now, anyone who sees this or who knows me, who hears this is going to be like, "What? What are you
Yeah.
talking about? That's just Sarah. Like that's just me."
Uh-huh.
I never want anyone to feel judged. I never want anyone to feel pain. I think that being kind is free, and people are hurting all the time. Everyone. I don't care how many zeros are behind someone's bank account. I don't care if they're, it looks like everything's put together. Everyone has insecurities. Everyone.
Absolutely.
And we are in a society now, specifically with social media,
Mhm.
and I'm seeing it with my daughter who's 7, she's going to be 8. And you know one of our favorite lines all the time is, um we're beautiful with, and then she'll finish my line for me and she'll say, with or without makeup.
Mhm.
And it's super important that this next generation
Mhm.
understands that it's the highlight reel, like, and there's more to it. And if you love the industry, you love the makeup, you love how it makes you feel, maybe it's just the lipstick, maybe
Mhm.
it's just a mascara, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be some big huge crazy beauty routine, but like, what is the one thing that's going to give
Right.
someone else that lift? What's going to make them sit up a little taller, put
Yeah.
that chin up a little higher, and walk into a room without feeling the weight of the world on their shoulders?
Yeah, and it's in alignment with what you're with this podcast, wild and free. And it sounds like what can you offer to people who sit in your chair you come across that gives them that power to feel wild, to or that, freedom to feel free. Can you speak to that, the words wild and free, and how you are, I mean, it's clear how you're doing it, but when you said the next gen or that younger generation, that's huge. That's big.
Yeah. So wild and free is a perfect example of somebody sitting in my chair or sitting in front of me via Zoom, because I do this. I do
Okay.
virtual as well.
Okay.
Where
Makeup?
I do makeup lessons virtually,
Oh, I love this.
where actually what they do is they bring me their makeup bag onto a Zoom call, and I go through like a personal stylist and just
Okay.
am like, and I give it to them raw and real. Like, you show me a brush that's like not been cleaned for I don't know how long, I'm calling you out on it, and
That's right.
we're gonna talk about it because we
And
want you.
quality. Is quality
Yes.
in there too
Yes.
of product? Okay.
Yeah, and so then I'll review the products with them, and I'll look at, what's what, and see what's good. If it's good for them, if it's like completely like, okay, well, we're at a different age now, so now we
Yeah,
need to make some changes,
right.
you know, kind of update the style or update the wardrobe, if you will. Because makeup is a wardrobe too,
Yeah,
right? Makeup is a wardrobe too. We have different looks for different styles and different places we're going. Um, but wild and free. So in color, like, for a perfect example, somebody sits in my chair or we're doing this via Zoom, and they're like, this is my lipstick color. This is the lipstick color I wear every single day. And
yeah.
I'll be like, okay, let's try something else. What if
And
we tried a red? I could never wear red. I could never do red.
yeah, resistance comes in and old
Yeah.
stories.
And
Yep.
then I ask the questions. Why not?
Mhm.
Tell me more.
Way. Yeah. Tell
Why
me more.
not?
Yeah. Oh
And
my
then
God.
they do. And when they do, then I can help them work through whatever it is that they're holding.
Right. Because
And
it's
we do it through the mirror and through the mind.
Yeah, because and we do it to ourselves, right? We put ourselves in this like jail cell and we've got the key, right? And it's hanging right there. We just don't know how to grab it and we don't know how we got in the jail cell. And sometimes we don't even know that we're in the jail cell. But when you're locked into one lipstick for 20 years and then you're also locked out, you're locking yourself out of other looks and other experiences and other vibes.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I did this back in the day. It was quite a few years ago, but at the Waldorf in New York City. I was working for Giorgio Armani Beauty at the time, and the amazing um, artist Tim Quinn. He and we did 150 red lips
Wow.
for. Have you ever read the book? I wore red to my mastectomy.
No.
Okay.
No.
So the author of this book was the keynote speaker for a huge group of women that and she's a breast cancer survivor. She wore red lipstick. And it was such an empowering moment. And there were so many, I can't wear red. I said, yes, you can. And look around. Everybody else is in red too. And these were CEOs and powerful women and C-suites. And these were women that you would never in a million years, the narrative that we tell ourselves would never think that they couldn't pop on a red lip.
What was it about the red lip that was the message that they were telling themselves that was disempowering?
They feel like they look old. They feel like it ages them, or it makes people notice, like they think their lips are coming in first. you
It's
know,
but underlying all of that is
attention,
someone's gonna
being
have to
seen.
someone's gonna look at me. Yes. I actually you're this is striking something that happened in an elevator recently with a woman, and I complimented her red nails, and I said, "Now you just need a red lip to match," and she was like, "I don't do red lip."
See, I told you.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Holy moly, and I don't do red lip a lot. I'll do a it depend that's not true. I do a red lip. I don't know what I don't do, like, a certain shade of red because I don't like the way it looks on my skin, but I will do red lips. I will
Oh, I have a perfect red
very
for you. I have a perfect red for you.
alright, I
I
wanna know.
do. I do. I have a perfect red for you. Because but it's so true. We have similar features.
Yeah,
So we have,
I love
I
it.
mean,
Are you
same
Italian?
eye color. I'm Italian.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
why. Love it.
Yeah.
Meeting you, I love this. This has been an amazing episode so far. So, is there anything because I don't like to, I like to kind of like short and sweet with these episodes
Of
and
course.
you go about your day. But is there anything that you feel like, listeners would need to know that you haven't already touched on? And it's okay if you're like, no, I feel complete.
Well, the other thing, so we talked a lot about the mirror and the mind, right? But part of that is our body and our spirit and really uplifting everything. So when I say mind, it's really all encompassing of our whole body and spirit. And so I've been lucky enough to I'm also an affiliate for a company that does frequency charged nutrition, which is really cool. And so it changed my life,
Yep.
and it allowed me the ability to really see myself
Mm,
in the light that other people see me.
mm.
And that's because I finally feel well inside.
Inside and out. Yeah, and everything's connected, the mind, the body, the spirit, and
Yeah,
everything's so fine-tuned from things we put in our, body to things we put on our body and what we're thinking and the things that are going on inside our mind. It's
it's all
all
connected. It's
connected.
all connected. Those are the hats that I'm wearing currently. And I
Oh,
love every minute of it. And the more with it I get to serve others, it brings me so much joy. I just want people to feel good, look good, and do good. That's it.
yeah, and there's this connection when I see you on social media, like you are just vibrant, you are radiating, and you are just alive. And it feels good to see you out there doing your thing. And I definitely connect with you. So I appreciate
Yes.
it so much.
You too.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up this episode. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's it for today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
If today's episode sparked something inside of you, I've got something special to help you take the next step. Check out my free ebook, Design a Life That Lights You Up: 5 Simple Steps to Quiet the Inner Critic and Discover a Deep Sense of Self Worth. Inside, I walk you through Step 1: Conquer the Critic. Learn how to silence the negative voice in your head. Step 2: Cultivate self worth. Build a foundation of confidence from the inside out. Step 3: Listen to your body. Tap into the wisdom your body holds to guide your decisions. Step 4: Embrace change and overcome fear. Break through the barriers holding you back. Step 5: Visualize and set intentions. Align with your vision and create a life that truly lights you up. This guide is designed to help you reconnect with yourself, quiet the noise, and step into the life you deserve. Download your copy now by clicking the link in the show notes, and let's get started on your journey to a more joyful, purposeful life. Until next time, remember, you're worthy, you're capable, and your light is meant to shine. Ready to take the next step in designing a life you love? The Life Design Blueprint membership is your all access pass to exclusive tools, live guidance, and transformational support to help you move from self doubt to self worth. Building on the principles from the Design a Life That Lights You Up ebook, this membership is a deeper dive into creating a life that aligns with who you truly are. You will go beyond surface level self help with hypnotic techniques and live discussions that create real lasting change in your mindset and life. You will receive ongoing support from me and connect with a community of like minded women on a similar journey. Each week, I deliver an empowering hypnosis which offers a unique way of working with your subconscious to reframe limiting beliefs, elevate self worth, and reinforce positive habits. All of our sessions will be recorded and added to our on demand library for easy access to members. Join me by clicking the link below, and I'll see you on the inside. Well, thank you so much for tuning into Wild and Free with Anna Love and being a part of this magical journey with me. If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe and share with someone you love, even someone you just like. Bonus points if you leave a review. Show notes below gives you everything that you'll need to know, and I'll see you next time. So long for now.